Florida state CFO auditions for Trump cabinet. Well, the level of Trump crazy has reached a new level. How crazy? How about a state having a top official pushing a proposal to use state money pay Trump's legal fees? According to the Messenger, that's exactly what's taking place in the state of Florida this very moment. Florida Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis on Monday suggested Florida provide state funding to former President Trump as he faces legal battles in several states, including Florida. That's right. The state's CFO thinks taxpayer money should be used to help out "I'm really rich" Donald Trump. Such is the level of worship among MAGAs for their fake gold, or, with an orange hue, idol. Okay, so Trump's not as rich as he claims, never was. But given how much his MAGA goobers have shelled out so he wouldn't have to sell off any of his priceless assets to cover legal bills, this boggles the mind. It's also worth remembering that Trump didn't run from his once beloved NCY with his tail between his legs and establish residency in Florida out of the blue. Sure, he had his Mar A Lago club that he could, by ignoring the agreement he signed with local authorities, making it his permanent home. At least he hasn't yet put up a giant, fake gold letter Trump sign. But Florida doesn't charge state income tax. Yep. Trump moved to Florida to save money on taxes. I don't know about you, but I find no small amount of irony in a high state official wanting to give money to a rich, or at least highly leveraged with assets, guy who moved to his state only a few years ago because he wouldn't have to give the state any money in taxes. Such is the way of things in the minds of those who live in MAGA world. First, they delude themselves into believing Trump won't be convicted of any of his crimes. Then that he will become president again. And for some, say the chief financial officer of a large state, that means an appointment in the new Trump administration. What better way to get a gig as Secretary of the Treasury, or head of or at least Trump's budget director? Better salary and perks, a kick-ass resume booster, and of course the money from writing a book someday. Even if Patronis can't get his proposal past, the fact he's even making the effort and being public about it is sure to get Trump's attention. Now, given that the governor he works for has been running against Trump for the GOP nomination, you'd think that this whole thing might create a problem for him in keeping his job. However, this dude has already thought of that. In fact, in a twofer, he's roping in staff to sell his proposal, to help grab Trump's attention, but also including DeSantis, who for some reason he thinks might have the feds to contend with too. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Melissa Stone, a Patronis advisor, said the call isn't limited to Trump because Democrats want to gun for DeSantis as well. It's for any Florida presidential candidate. Even DeSantis has said the federal government may come for him next, she said. Anyone want to bet the proposal will in some way prevent the state from funding a Democratic presidential candidate's legal fees? Having it sunset would be the easiest way. So, what we have is a Florida state honcho that is going to be needing a new gig. Given DeSantis cratering presidential campaign and signs his iron-fisted rule in Florida might not be quite as strong when he slinks home for good, it's possible DeSantis might wind up in trouble in Florida itself. He's term limited as governor and his brand is going to be tarnished. If he's got notions of maybe getting into the Senate, he's going to have challengers. As I see it, while his fellow Florida GOPers will give him plenty of backing on own the libs stuff, there are already concerns about what he's wrought. That's all a whole different article, but the point is that odds are DeSantis' political star will dim rather quickly towards lame duck status. That means the same for those, say his chief financial officer, will see theirs dim as well. That's why Patronis is sucking up to Trump. His rhetoric is to me laced with stuff that Trump will love. Stuff like DOJ going after Trump, the unfairness of it all, and even tossing in, are we really going to deny one of our own a fair shot against a witch hunt? Patronis wrote, "We didn't start this," in his Twitter X post. Well, I found this interesting. I also think it's worth keeping in the back of your mind. A top DeSantis official auditioning for a job with Trump might turn into a group of them doing so. That, my friends, would be a huge sign that DeSantis is in deep Shiite in his own state. Deeper than his white go-go boots. Stay tuned.